EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. Mike Tirico, Greg Oltz are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And off we go from downtown Indy. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, that is Brashard Smith. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Brought down by Brandon Jones. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Smith again. And he'll be marked out at the 45-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, KC.
That's good.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. This one complete to Jordan. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run, and this is Smith. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Well, if this opening drive is any indication of how the rest of this game's going to go, it seems this offense is going to be pretty content keeping the ball on the ground. A lot of success here early. Now it sets up 1st and goal.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. To throw is Mahomes. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7, Colts nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off 14-6.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready. Throwing to begin is Richardson. Right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That was good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Let's go.
Here's a first carry for their running back. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Richardson. They'll try to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Gain on the play.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Richardson operating from the pistol. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
They'll run it to start the drive, and here is Smith. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. First carry here, and it's Todd Brooks. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Run inside with Smith. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Dorian Williams in to make the play.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try to run for it with Smith. And he's going to be close. Going to depend on the spot, but that looks a little short. It is short, and now it's 4th down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. 1st down and more inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. Rashard Smith, touchdown Chiefs.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own
Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
At the 41-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll stay on the ground. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another.
They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Handoff here, up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At the 28-yard line.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Third down and 9. From the gun, Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Brings up
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. A handoff as they try to run it here.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone. And incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there.
Now 4th down.
And it'll be 4th and goal coming up. Bates' kick is good. And the Colts are on the board now here in this second quarter.
Colts 3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Dorian Williams in to make the play. From the 46. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, but we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 26
A big
yards.
one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
He'll be brought down inside the 25. Chris Jenkins. They're on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Colts 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6. We'll go once more with Brooks. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Cedric Gray there to bring him down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And That's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it with Brooks. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
A gain of only a yard.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And he's not going to get this. Couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on down.
It's a turnover.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
10 at the 35-yard
Well, a really nice
line.
start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st down, it's Richardson.
Richardson's pass complete to number 85. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
A 2-yard pickup.
And while that
brings
run
up
wasn't
3rd
anything
and
really to
1.
write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Here's Richardson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes, and he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall. Now, after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left. And for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Mahomes now back near his own goal line. Quick throw taken in, and He's out of bounds, gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a third down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Big play for KC. 53 yards.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Here's 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Smith. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw is Mahomes. They'll try to hit him with a screen. He's into space past the 25. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
13 yards on the play.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. Now Mahomes. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Trying to punch it in with Smith. Good blocking, and he's in. Rashard Smith, touchdown KC. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Colts 3. Harrison Butker to kick
Final
off
9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. And no chance to return this one
The Colts take over
through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
So we reached the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A return now from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. No give on the ground, and he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
It's Richardson on the move. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Brings up third down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Indy. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Colts are able to cut the deficit to 10. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes Worthy to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Play action here. Mahomes. This one complete to Jordan. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
First down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Smith. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Once again, it's Smith. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs are just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 now from the 36. A run with Brooks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Throw's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away. Get back out there on 3rd down and give yourself a chance.
3rd and long for Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And their lead will stay right where it is.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. In this case, the upright sent it right back.
He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A run now on 2nd down. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Complete, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Richardson operating from the pistol. Big hitting slant there. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And this will not be a spike. He faked it. And this is going to blow up on them. So much for a fake. It's a sack.
A loss of 4.
Remember what this defense told us in our meetings this week, Mike. They don't think that they're necessarily going to be able to just stifle this offense play after play. They might have to give a little bit of bend, but they can't break. That sack, that is the defense not breaking. Down there near your own goal line, come away with the big play and see if they can keep points off the board.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now a handoff, running right. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Richardson going to look to throw, and that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Here comes Worthy to return.
Xavier Worthy on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Mahomes. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy, but you get paid to catch them all.
First and 10. Smith again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give him 10 more on that one. And another first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Ground, they go with Brooks. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Motion man is Rice. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Not just the first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
First down, Kansas City.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
A run now for Brooks. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Smith. And he will have the Chiefs first down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Smith. And he's got another one. Rashard Smith. Touchdown, Chiefs. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. And number 12 on the year. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
On play action, Richardson. He's close to a first down. A gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Now, 2nd and inches. Handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, they couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll get around half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A 6-yard pickup.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work, but in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Banjo.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. De'Ami Brown was the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
4.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
Step 1, the offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So here we go. Colts trying to get a little bit closer. They'll go for 2 now.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Even with their full complement of timeouts, the Colts to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. So now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now a run with Smith. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
14 on the pickup. And the Chiefs have a first down.
First down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
On first down, they go right back to Smith. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 13 more on that carry. He is turning out the yards. And another first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one.